Today I took it to the limit again. I didn't intend to though, but I somehow lost the track of the time. I saw the world crumbling and the clock break into pieces in front of my face when I checked the amount of kilometers I had to go through to get home in my pedaling device. My upcoming trip to Sweden weighs as a heavy burden upon my shoulders. I live for today, or at least I try to do so. I try to imagine how our fellow associates in Sweden will be like. I try not to do that too much though, because it is not a pleasant thought at the moment. The moment will come, but in the meantime I'll put it off forever till further news. I am not very looking forward to it, as you can imagine, for more that I put a brave face to everybody last week at the office. At least they know they haven't sunk this ship. I imagine them, our Swedish counterparts, as correct, polite but distant people. I've heard that there they are all blonde. I realized how stupid and boring that thought was, whoever it came from. Wherever I read it from. Probably it was written by someone who has never left his doorway. Probably it was one of those pieces of information your phone offers you when you've just waken up. At this point I couldn't hold any more bullshit from the net and the media. I wonder how the hell some people is able to follow some trends. I wonder how that universally renowned Sven will be like. I am sure he is an interesting person for the critical and strange reviews I am receiving about his figure. I hope he spices up this boring collaboration exchange at least. I take pleasure in imagining things. Things like that. This will probably be my last ever business or work trip. Things as what I'll do when I am back in the States. Things as that I'll survive this enterprise eventually and get myself reinforced from it. Things as I'll be back to New Orleans to see Victoria. Things like as our relationship is still alive and kicking. Things as I am fighting for it till the end. As soon as I got home, I felt as if I had taken credit for another victory. Life on the road shows you a lot about life. It is in fact, the way I see it, just a reflection of life, an endless and absurd pedaling to nowhere. But that's just the theory though. I just started to feel some real delight as I tore down kilometers. I told myself I'll never get down to it again. The same as one may tell himself not to drink never ever again. Sunken in a more positive state of mind, one is able to appreciate the road in all its dimensions when one sees the light at the end of the tunnel. The sounds, the color, the wind, the smell, the danger, the way energy supplies run out gradually, the freedom. It's somehow a dialogue between the rider and the outside world, the nature. Face to face. Where I kindly ask it and the gods to have mercy of me. Getting eventually safe and sound home is a moment I had dreamt about just a few hours before. A moment that seemed unreachable and far away. A bad decision I needed to cover imperiously, difficult to attain. We could say, I pushed myself into the limit that hard that I had even forgotten my fabulous trip to Sweden. In a certain way, it makes you value things more, all that you have. Food, water, friends, home, life. Compared to the hardness of life on the road today, my exchange stay seemed a piece of cake, even now more than before. For moments I had flashbacks of Victoria and me in much more comfortable positions. I saw her smiling face panting as I held her neck. It just gave me the final push of adrenaline I needed. I know now, I need to start removing those thoughts from my mind for as long as our relationship is in standby. I let myself fall into the sofa and got myself to savor a Bailey's, hoping it got myself back to life. Already at home in the shadows of the room, in a mix of emotions, it tasted like victory.